Hello everybody, and here we go again.
We have an update from the mama herself.
Yeah, and we thought of acting on it as right away, basically, so that you guys have the freshest news. And thank you so much for the comments. We read them all, and we love to hear from you because we receive these letters, and we just say what comes to us, and it's filtered from our own experience. It's within that framework, basically, of our own experiences.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the first part of this video, definitely watch that first, because we read the letter from this woman's daughter.
Yes.
And it was quite something. So now we have a response from her mom, and you're going to read it because you're better at it than me.
I don't know about that. Thanks, CDP, for your support. And yes, this is my daughter's email. And the message she left to me at the end of her letter made me feel mixed feelings, proud of my little kid, and pain because I hurt her that much. Because to be honest, I thought she forgot about me. And by the way, she's living with her boyfriend, not best friend. Yes, that was my fault. I read BF as a best friend, but it's boyfriend. A little guy in her age, but I used to deal with him as a fully grown man, as he showed understanding to the situation. Let me tell the story from my point of view. I'm a 34-year-old woman. My life wasn't as easy as people think as. This is the first time she hears this. I lost my parents in a crime as they got killed in front of me. Maybe that's why I wanted to be a lawyer, because that time the killer was released due to insufficient evidence. They didn't take my testimony because I was a child, and they took me to orphanage because my family refused to take me. Uncles and aunts. I spent 4 years there with that pain in my chest. So I decided when I finished 12 to escape. I spent months in the streets looking for a job, and all I had was simple skills for a girl in school until I met my daughter's father. He was a really gentle man, and he took me to his house as he and his wife were in my country for work. They adopted me to make it legal, then took me to their country. I went to school there to continue my study. The wife, after a couple of years, passed away in a car accident. Then by the time our relationship, my daughter's father and me, changed into adult relationship and got married when I was 18 after I got pregnant. 2 years later, he passed away as well, and found myself alone again with a child. But I worked and studied until I became a lawyer, then went back to my origin, I guess to her home country. I'm sorry for too long explanation, but I felt this might show you and my daughter sense in my tough way. My job made even tougher as I deal with a community doesn't have feelings, only money talks. So if I winked for a moment, I might find myself losing my career or maybe in jail. That's why I kept my daughter away from this world. I don't want to see something happen to my little angel. And I can't stop remembering her little face smiling when I go back home crying because of tough life outside. I was alone since ever. I don't trust anyone. And I try my best to save her life and make it normal. Maybe that even made me doesn't focus much on expressing my feelings to her and how much this little fighter meant to me. Now let me talk what happened, what made me fall in love with this woman. She was one of my most important clients, and our relationship was completely professional until I won her case. To be honest, she loved me first and did her best to express that, but I rejected it until she put her life in danger just to save my life. To be honest, I was shocked. Maybe this is the first time I feel like someone is taking care of me, not the opposite. And that changed a lot in my situation, as another safety door got opened to me. Day by day, she kept proving it even more and more, and find myself go to her and ask her to be with me. She was so sweet and understand my psychological issues, and kept with a cold woman for more than 2 years until I became normal to her and started expressing. So she was cold to this woman who expressed feelings towards her, and then finally after 2 years she also became opening up to her. Meanwhile, she started to make my daughter accept her. She does everything to keep life around me comfortable. She's so warm and loving, and this is the first time I feel home since I was 8. Regarding the kiss, yes, Paula, you're right. I felt ashamed, not because I was kissing a woman, but in general. I kept all my sexual life away from home, and this is the first time I bring anybody home and being seen kissing by my daughter. After she left our house, my life was shit, and I went through depression. It seems that my girlfriend wanted to end that and offered to my daughter to disappear from my life. This is the first time I know about it. Just to let you know, my daughter, that I've never forgot about you. So she's talking to you. You are my only family, and I work less since you left, following your news everywhere. This is how I knew about your neighbor and school issues. I will be your protector until I leave this planet. I don't care about money. This all will be yours when I leave. Your strong, tough mom is a really scared, lonely, weak person and in need for your small, cute arms to support and your fully grown brain to understand that I deserve to have a normal life, at least once in my life. I'll wait for you in our favorite garden on my birthday after school. Let's see if my kid still remember her mother's birthday or not. I'll spend it with you, all of it. I miss your eyes, baby girl. I love you, your mom.
Oh,
Wow.
this got deep.
Whoa, amazing. Well,
What a life.
yeah.
Could have been a movie script. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing that she's coming out in any ways possible, not only with her sexual orientation, but especially with her childhood, with her troubled childhood.
One thing is for sure, she loves you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
This is so touching because it's really not about sexuality in any way.
Yeah.
It's about human connection,
Yes.
feeling safe,
Yes.
feeling loved. It can be with any gender.
Yeah.
And, you know, this just kind of proves
That
that.
struck me exactly that
Yeah.
point. Very, very good point. The fact that she opened up to a person who was the same sex and she was opening up to love, not necessarily to a gender.
Mm-hmm.
Also a message of gratitude towards the mother's partner, who seems to be a wonderful person, supporting this family and wanting to do good. And also from, reading this story, I understand why this person, the mother, didn't open up from the very beginning
Why?
to her daughter, because there is all this energy of protection, being protective, it all falls under that kind of psychology of wanting to protect from the pain, wanting from a painful story.
See, I don't agree with. I'm not a fan of that. Because to me, you can't protect anyone from the truth, and actually, the truth of her story carries so much emotion and vulnerability. Just sharing that with her daughter, I think that's gonna do so much healing in the situation.
Yes, but I think that both of them had to go through this separation in order to learn a lot of things, because you learn a lot through separation, and then eventually
it just shows you though, like how different two perspectives can be, where you have the mother who's literally grieving that her daughter is not around anymore, and then you have the daughter who thinks, my mom forgot about me, like she doesn't care about me, she doesn't love me, she forgot about me. Such a huge difference in perspective, and to bridge the gap, like you have to be vulnerable, you have to tell your story, your side of the story, and it's really amazing that she wrote to us that.
That's a good point. I love what you said right there.
I mean, there's sometimes even you do that, you say little white lies, and it's like you're doing it to protect somebody in your head, but it always hurts more when you figure out that they didn't tell you something.
I used to do that more before.
Because when you keep information, it feels just the same as lying.
And it causes
more pain.
More pain. Because you see, this is what I understood exactly by doing that, is that you cannot protect anybody from anything. Like I mean, it's almost like they need to go on their path, you know, and understand you cannot.
Like you can't protect somebody from their own emotions.
Exactly. You can't. It's a lost battle.
If anything, just being there when the other person's going through these emotions, instead of trying to keep somebody from feeling,
Yeah.
tell them the truth, let them feel, let them go through it, and just sit with them.
Yeah.
It's so much easier that way to go through things.
We want to thank you, the mother, for being brave and being so vulnerable with this letter, lending yourself to vulnerability. And as you said before, this is going to really create that union again.
Yeah, and to the daughter, you see, your mom does love you so freaking much. So don't need to cut the relationship. You can go
Yes.
back home. You can try to be a family. Even if this other person is in your mom's life, it doesn't mean she's replacing you. It doesn't mean, you know, the attention is gonna just go away from you completely. You can just think of it like the way your mom takes care of you, maybe in a different way this woman is taking care of your mom. So it's like, you know, it's like a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And your mom was doing it all alone, but now she has this person to support her.
Yeah.
So she's gonna have even more love to give to you because
Yes.
some of the pressure is coming off of her, you know. So
Yeah.
think of it like that. It's not her attention splitting between you two. It's more like the partner supporting your mom, supporting you.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing.
Absolutely. Also, another point of the letter when she said that she felt ashamed, and it wasn't because of the fact that she was kissing a woman. It was just because she was being physically, expressive, and she is ashamed because of that, no matter whether he was a man or a woman. And I understand that because I hate public display of affection. Like, you know me, right? I feel ashamed of public display of affection. It doesn't matter whether it's with a woman. So I understand the mother because of that. Of course, it was a bit of a shocker for the girl who didn't know that this relationship was going on, or maybe she suspected something, but that wasn't the proof for sure. Even that, I feel like was a test for your daughter, in a way to go through whatever insecurities she had, like doubting the love you have for her, now that she actually had a proof that you have feelings for somebody else, and so on and so forth. So everybody was put to test, and I see that I think you're passing it. All of you're passing it. So now we are waiting for another update. Okay, something that is telling us about a reunion.
So that's it for the update.
Yes.
We're gonna post this right away because it seems very time sensitive.
Yeah.
Thank you for writing to us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.